Hi everyone, and welcome to Big Ideas Growing Minds. We are so happy you are here. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support means the world to us. Today's big idea comes from Brené Brown and her motivating book, I Thought It Was Just Me, but it isn't. The book has the subtitle, Making the Journey from What Will People Think to I Am Enough, and is, in its essence, a powerful guide to realizing that shame is something we all experience, but that it doesn't have to control our lives. The book is a deep dive into the pervasive and often debilitating emotion of shame. In a nutshell, Brown encourages readers to take ownership of their stories and embrace the messy, imperfect parts of being human. By building resilience through empathy, vulnerability, and critical awareness, we can break free from the isolating grip of shame and lead more connected and fulfilling lives. And speaking of connecting and having fulfilling experiences, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Shortform, an awesome company that creates high-quality summaries and super insightful analyses of non-fiction books to help you learn ideas faster and easier. I particularly love their guide on Upstream by Dan Heath, which breaks down the key concepts into a one-page summary, thought-provoking questions, and chapter-by-chapter insights. Check it out by clicking our custom link in the description for a free trial and 20% off. And with that, let's get back to the summary. Understanding shame. Shame is a universal emotion that everyone feels, even if we rarely talk about it. At its core, shame makes us feel inadequate, whether we think we're unworthy or unlovable. Unlike guilt, which focuses on actions. I did something bad. Shame strikes at our identity. I am bad. Brown refers to this as the shame web, a tangled mess of cultural expectations and personal insecurities that traps us in feelings of unworthiness. What's particularly insidious about shame is its isolating nature. It tricks us into believing we're alone in our struggles, creating a cycle of secrecy and judgment. This isolation can be damaging, preventing us from seeking support and sharing our challenges with others. Shame and culture. Shame is profoundly shaped by societal expectations and cultural messages. Women confront unrealistic standards of beauty and behavior, while men struggle with shame over expressing emotions or weakness. Brown powerfully highlights these cultural pressures as key drivers of shame. Through compelling real-life examples from her research participants, she reveals that shame is not just a personal struggle. It's intricately connected to social structures and cultural norms. This insight empowers us to address shame on a broader scale. Empathy, the antidote to shame. According to Brown, empathy is the ultimate antidote to shame. When we bravely share our vulnerabilities with someone who responds with compassion, shame loses its power. This connection is vital, shattering the isolation that shame thrives on. When met with understanding, we realize we're not alone, empowering us to build resilience against shame. However, it's crucial to choose wisely. Only share your most vulnerable moments with those who've earned the right to listen. Building shame resilience. Brown introduces the concept of shame resilience, which is the ability to recognize shame when it happens, understand its triggers, and move through it in a healthy way. She outlines several steps for building this resilience. 1. Recognize shame and its triggers. Tune into physical cues like a racing heart. Acknowledge shame and identify its source. What belief or expectation is at play? 2. Practice critical awareness. Challenge the messages that lead to shame. Are societal standards realistic? By questioning these beliefs, we empower ourselves to rise above shame. 3. Reach out. Don't let shame isolate you. Connect with someone who listens with empathy and understanding. Sharing your story is powerful. 4. Speak shame, name it, and address it directly. By voicing your shame, you diminish its power and make it easier to move forward. The power of vulnerability. Brown argues that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we create opportunities for connection, growth, and healing. By leaning into vulnerability, we open ourselves to empathy and authentic connection, which are both vital to overcoming shame. And there you have it. I thought it was just me, but it isn't, by Brené Brown in a nutshell. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to give it a like. Take care and see you soon.